Welcome back to Veterans Field for more Anglers Extra pregame show. Drew Carter now with Shea Langieliers. Time for catch of the day. Shea, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty well, thank you. Shea, you're not in the lineup tonight. It is a three-man rotation for Chatham this season. That's got to be pretty unique, right?
It is. It's very unique. You know, I've never been a part of a team that's had three really good catchers like this. So it's awesome to get to watch those other guys catch and learn as much as I can when I'm not playing, and then try to apply it to the game when it's my turn.
It's nice to get some rest, right?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
You started 54 of Baylor's 56 games this season, Shea. But now, how do you stay fresh when you've got a couple other guys in the rotation?
I kind of use it to my advantage, honestly, because, playing at Baylor, I was playing almost every game, and then now I get rest days, so just, take advantage of that, get a lift in, take my hacks, and then when it's my turn, I'll be fresh and ready to go.
And actually, just a couple minutes ago, you were out in the cage working by yourself, hitting balls off a tee. What are you working on there?
Just feeling out my swing, if it was my turn today to get in the game, just like to feel my swing before I face live pitching, and, it's not my day, but it's just kind of habit.
You've been working with hitting coach Jamie D'Antona quite a bit, at least one-on-one a little that I've seen. What are you guys working on there?
Just letting the ball travel, because one of my problems throughout the year was just, getting too anxious and getting pole happy. So he's been working with me to just trust my hands and let the ball travel and just work the opposite field.
And even with those struggles, maybe you still won Big 12 Freshman of the Year from the Oklahoman newspaper. What does that award mean to you?
It's pretty cool, but personally, I thought obviously in the season there's ups and there's downs, but at certain points I thought I could have done more to help the team win, and I'm very grateful for the award, but I thought I could have done better for the team.
And what's the difference between the competition level of the Big 12 and the Cape Cod Baseball League from what you've seen?
From what I've seen so far, it's every pitcher out here is the number one on a Big 12 team, because they roll out a Friday guy from the Big 12, and the guy's got he's plus velocity, he's plus off speed, and that's what all these guys have.
Last night you were catching a guy from Pittsburgh, Dan Hammer. What'd you see from him?
He looked really good. He has a dirty two-seam. Even for me, it was a little difficult catching it when I knew it was coming. And then obviously he was making guys look a little silly up there with it. So he looked really good.
And then for you personally at the plate, Shea, RBI double, your first hit of the Cape season. What'd you see on that play?
I was 0-2 that whole at bat, just fouling pitches off, and he was throwing me fastballs, and I was a little late on him, and then he finally just threw me a changeup, and I got out in front of it and was able to drive that one into the left center gap.
And last night you didn't really have to deal with the fog too much. A couple nights ago it was really strong here at Veterans Field. When you are catching and there is fog or also hitting, how does that affect your approach?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. Obviously when it's foggy, it gets a little tough to see, and when guys are throwing 95, 93 plus, and obviously it's very difficult. So at that point, I guess you really gotta react to everything that's up there. With me and Coach Jamie have been working on just letting the ball travel, let it get deep. That's when you really need to apply it.
Is it tough to see the ball when you're catching too?
When it's foggy, absolutely. And then at the beginning of the game with that white house back there, until it gets dark and you can't see that white house anymore, it's a little difficult.
And Veterans Field, the fog, that's got to be something new for you. You actually spend most of your life in Texas. What do you think of the Cape so far?
The weather's great. It's awesome having 68 degrees at game time compared to 100 when we're playing in the Big 12 tournament in the regional, and the humidity in Texas. Obviously, it's a little humid here, but it's nothing like Texas. So it's been nice so far.
It's got to be nice, especially under all that catcher's gear too.
Absolutely. I'm sweating a little bit now, but if you could have seen me at a game at Baylor, you would have thought I just jumped in a pool. Absolutely.
All right, Shea, I'll get you out of here on this. Your last name, Langeliers. At the start, we thought there might be some French flavor to that, maybe Langeliers. Do people mess up your name often?
Yeah, actually, they mess up my last name a lot. It's pronounced Langeliers, you know that now, but it is French, so it's a little unique.
What's the worst you've ever heard?
A lot of people say they forget the S, Langelier, and then people start calling me Chandelier because that's what it rhymes with. So I've heard just about everything so far in my life. So.
All right, that's Shea Langieliers, today's catch of the day. Shea, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Shea Langieliers not in the lineup tonight, but last night in his first action of the Cape season, an RBI double for the Chatham A's. Now we'll go back up to the press box for more Anglers Extra pregame show with Max Hers. Max?